other things to take care of. But I wouldn't take too much of your time. So the first thing that I want to touch base on is how much do you know about Fast Lab?
I would say I don't know much about FastLab. The reason we're here talking is because the person matched really well with my skill set. So if you can brief me a little bit about it, that would be great.
Absolutely. So what we do, what I try to explain to people most of the times is we are a privately owned medical lab, and one of the prime things that we do is COVID testing. And obviously, COVID testing, that has to deal with a lot of data and a lot of, personal information. And I'm pretty sure that you are no stranger to, the healthcare field, and you're familiar with, all these informations and the privacy and protections. So that's the most easiest way, that I, explain to anybody about Fast Lab. That's what we do. So based on your background, your experience, everything you've done so far in the past couple of years, if you can just kind of give me like a brief summary of, that experience, I think that would be a great place to start off of.
Great, great, awesome. I've been working in industry for about 11 years now. Most of my focus has been in Java, Spring, Spring Boot, overall Spring Stack that comes with it.
Okay.
Almost a full stack, working with front technologies as well. React, Angular, mobile frontends, I've been through all that. Very good with cloud technologies, Google Cloud, AWS. I spent almost all of my career with AWS, so very good with that. Recently, I'm working with Deloitte and we're consulting United Airlines. United Airlines is a huge project where we're taking care of one of their products called Pilot Pay.
Right.
What Pilot Pay is a platform which calculates and distributes payment for pilots based on their trips, based on their flights, based on their equipment, seniority, and there's a lot of different parameters that we use to calculate that information.
Got you.
Now, once this information is calculated, we have a front-end engine that pilots can come in, they can log in and see what their pay is, they can update their banking information, and we also have reports that generate, right? So this is a whole platform that we take care of.
Right.
Before this, I was working with United Health Group, and we were serving the platform called Optum. Optum is an insurance client, and they serve a lot of different customers across the US. So that is, I would say, what the gist of it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So, I one thing that piqued my interest was the your experience from United Healthcare. Like what was the main focus at United Healthcare? Like, what were you building, if you don't mind? I know
Yeah.
there's obviously certain things you can say and certain things you can't say, due to, the compliance. But like the stuff you can talk about, what were you building, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. My focus was on Optum. There's a product called Optum
Okay.
with United Health. Yeah. And what Optum is a group of services with you know uh, with certified practitioners, with certified qualifying practitioners, and when a person is insured with United, they have this whole suite of services that they provide. So they have their practitioners, they have their group of different individuals that you can have their service from. This is what Optum is, and this is what my focus was on.
Okay.
Using this portal, users come in about different services, look for different qualifying individuals and practitioners. They can also update information, see their qualifying coverage, and do all that stuff. It was almost all in one portal.
Awesome. So your time with Optum, I mean your time with United Healthcare, or what you've done so far for the many years that you've worked. What would you say are some of the tech stack tools that you've used?
Tech stacks, do you mean?
Yes, like what are some of the tools like? were you more heavily focused on Java, or are you more of like a C sharp person, or PHP? What are some of those tools that you've used over the years?
I would say it was mostly 100% Java, a
Okay.
little bit of JS, JavaScript, and a little bit of React as well.
Okay.
But mostly it's Java, yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Awesome. So, can you describe to me, your extensive experience around Java? Like, what were you like? How did you use that to develop, the different systems or the different applications that you've been able to develop over the years? I know you spoke about Optum that you've worked with at United Health. Like, what other projects did you work with over your career, basically?
Yeah. So it's been a quite a journey, and most of my years, like I said, I've been focused on Java itself. I started with Nodestone, their department store chain, and what we're building is we're building their inventory system. So
Okay.
whatever inventory comes in, there's a bunch of reports interfaces as well. And most of the time, I'm building web services that are consumed by different clients. So that there are web APIs that can be integrated, right? Some of the time they're reports, some of the time the database is integration, some of the time it's middle tier.
Gotcha.
So take care of security as well. This process of take care of security as well. Take care of authorization authentication. Take care of logging. Take care of production support as well. So these are things that sort of come with it. So yeah.
Got you. So on your job application, I noticed you said that you have worked with PHP in the past, correct?
Yes, I've worked with PHP in the past, but it was not professional.
Oh, okay, okay,
It was
okay.
for personal learning and personal project.
Got you. So would you say you are familiar with PHP, or you're more of like a beginner with PHP?
I'm very familiar with PHP,
Okay.
but that's not something that I do daily, if you
Okay.
know what I mean.
Yes, yes, yes. Makes a lot of sense. Awesome, awesome. So let's see. How do you approach mentoring junior engineers? Like, what is your approach? Because I know everyone's leadership experience is different. People tend to use a specific path, or they tend to, do things differently. How is that approach for you?
My approach has always been learning by doing, right? I'm not going to teach someone, I'm not going to dictate someone, I'm not going to babysit anyone, right? But my approach has been, okay, this is a problem, go figure it out. And if you have questions, come and ask me, right? So you'll be learning, you'll be solving a problem, you'll be hands-on 100% of the time,
Okay.
and I'll be there to help you. This is what my approach has always been. Now, another thing that we do is pair programming. So two programmers get together and they program together to find out, to learn more, to what's the experience.
Okay.
So these are the approaches that I use. To improve the quality, I do code reviews, I do peer reviews, and I do some of these technical sessions just to make sure the cat's up to speed with latest standards, latest qualities checks, and all that.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay. And what would you say are the best practices that you've used over the period of your career, follow and to ensure data governance, security, which is one thing that you did mention about, and also to make sure that you are compliant with healthcare data standards such as HIPAA, in software architecture.
Sure. So for that, the first rule of thumb is always keep updating, right? Whatever we
Hello.
Ajax at one point, but as it stands, this is easily the best 4-3-3 I have played with, hands down. Let's go and watch some highlights. Obviously, with this PSG team, we got to a couple of finals, and one of them is